Hello everyone. This is going to be a guide for mayoral system in Ashes of Creation. So when you are mayor, you can open your node tab with N. It's the default. Whatever is, people might have different ones. So let's get to it. For tax rates first one. You have tax rate here. Click on advanced option and here you can see the tax rate for all the buildings that you have currently in your node. You have different sliders. The first one is the standard one. When you change it, it will change every single tax rate slider down here. But if you want to, for example, let's say increase only one or a specific building that you have and increase the tax rate for that one, you can do it this way. For example, let's say we have in shore food, we have animal husbandry and we want to increase the tax rate on animal husbandry. You just click on this, put it on whatever amount you want, and then you save changes. And if you click on artisan tax rate, you will have this slider that will increase every single one of them, every single artisan building or service building that you have in that node tax rate. So that's what it is, that one. Then you have like the goods, marketplace tax rates, storage upgrade tax rate, trade rate tax rate, like when they buy commodities and doing caravan and stuff. So that's about it, about the tax rates. And then you have the buy orders. Let's say you want to put a buy order for a building that you need. Like, let's say you need basic furniture. So you click on this plus here as a mayor to make your buy order. Let's say basic furniture. We want basic furniture. And over here, you will have two options. The first one is for raw materials, and the second one is for processed materials. And let's say you choose raw material. You have again you can click on these options here. It gives you uh, materials that you can choose. So let's say it's basic furniture. You have two options for the wood. One is coconut and the other one is plumeria wood. And for the carcasses or meat or whatever it is, you have two options. Either spider carcass, which is really hard to get, so or starfish. You can choose starfish or whatever you want here. This materials over here is different in every biome. In Riverland, it is oak and ash. In desert, it will be desert wood and desert fish and whatever that is unique to that biome. Most of them are still not completed. Like there will be in the future, there will be like only stuff that is only available in that biome, most likely. Like for example, this one is still not upgraded. If you want to put buy order for brick, we need to have volcano rock or for example what was the underwater rock, dead coral. You could It should be those two, but it has not been like updated yet, but it will be. Like in desert they have sandstone as as one of their rock options that they can put. Anyway, let's say so basic chairs, you want to put raw materials, there are the options that you can choose, and then you have purchase price. This is this determines that how much note ticket or citizen ticket they will get when people will get when they donate this material to the node. So if they donate one buy order, they will get 10 ticket per each buy order. And then you have the duration. You can set it minimum is 3 day, maximum is 8 day, and the quantity is 50 up to 100, 1,500. And then the contribution limit. This one determines how much each citizen can donate. So if you put it on 100, it means each citizen can donate 100 of this. I think after a cooldown, after a day or some cooldown, you can contribute 100 more again, but I'm not 100% sure. But this is the limit. And then let's say you want to do it process material. So when you choose the second option, you see every wood is now processed. Again here, this has not been updated. As you can see, it says ash and timber, which should have been coconut and plumera wood processed. And then your second option is only a spider carapace, which I think that you get it after you process the spider carcasses. And we don't even have a second option for the fish that we used to see. So all these buy orders will be updated later as we go through alpha. And let's say you have three different tiers of buy orders. The basic one are obviously the cheap one, the tier one materials. The green ones are the one that needs apprentice stuff, and the blue ones are the one that needs journeyman stuff. But some of them have not been updated. So, like for example, here is updated to journeyman fishing, journeyman hunting, and journeyman hunting again. Or like let's say high quality tools, it needs rubidium, which is journeyman, and it needs the rock is limestone or weirdstone, and here you can choose as well two types of iron. And if you go to processed ones, it shows you two options: iron ingot and rubidium ingot. And the rock, it's only a slate fragment, which is again not correct. It should be either limestone fragment or weirdstone fragment. It has not been updated. Some of the most updated nodes are the one in Riverland with more polished buy orders, but Tropic and Desert and June Dark are still being worked on to be added later. So that's how you create a buy order to get your materials that you need for the node. And over here you see your node gold, how much gold your node has. This gold can be only used for the node. Mayor cannot grab it for himself or for herself. And over here you have your maintenance cost. It shows like say view service building. So we have three buildings built in this node. What are the costs for it? This is the cost that you need to like give for like this is what it needs to be maintained or maintenance cost. Or for school, you need bricks, scrolls, and standard tools. And for trade barrow that we have, you need bricks, basic furniture, and standard tools. Maintenance cost is 38 per each. You can see here. I'll show you another way that you can see them as well. And this is view node resources, how much is remaining, how much has been paid for the maintenance over the course. Like we had 401, 214 was paid for the maintenance. We have this much left. Same for everything else. And then if you go to your building tab, let's say it says constructed plots. This is the buildings that you have in your node. If you click on them, some of them have upkeep. The ones that are built by default, like marketplace, town hall, hunting lodge, caravansary, they don't need any upkeep. But let's say we build agriculture here. This is the weekly upkeep of agriculture building. So it's 36 gold and it's 38 brick, 38 standard tool, 38 alchemic, 38 preserved food, beer, bricks again, standard tools, wine, and travel ration. So that's the upkeep that you need. Like when you build a building, you need to pay a weekly upkeep for it. And it's actually not weekly, it's more than that. It's like 20 something days. And let's say our support building, trade barrel. It's 6 gold per week. This is basically cheaper because we have school. I'll tell you in a second. So this is the upkeep for the every building that you have already built. And let's say you want to build something in your node. In Ashes, when you build a building, like let's say we want to build agriculture supply that we built, right? To build it, you need 100 gold to start building it. And when you get a node, the first mayor of each node, when the mayor start with a node, they will always start with 100 gold and some basic resources like standard tools, bricks, preserved food, so they can basically get their first building built in like right away. They don't need to do much. So let's say if you want to build the building itself, you need this much resources, 225 of each of these resources. And like you say, it's beer, preserved food, and all that stuff. And if you remember, if you need this stuff, you go to buildings, sorry, to summary or treasury, and then you create the buy orders for it. So for example, for agriculture building, we needed preserved food, beer, and all that stuff. So you come here, click on beer or preserved food that you're going to put the buy orders up for it. You can choose. Some of them don't have the process, some of them have, but let's say beer. So for beer, what we have options? We have blackberry, which is novice farming, and celery. And then the second option would be snowdrop, daffodil, or flax. So you choose your buy orders, and you needed, like, if you remember, you needed 225, like, but it's just better to just max it out because it's only 3 gold 66, and if you put it on, like, let's say 400, 3 days, it's actually bug here. What the hell? Okay, it was cheaper if I put it more days. I need to bug report this. So apparently, if the duration is less, it's going to be more expensive. I don't know why. But yeah, that's how you do it. And you'd look in the building plot, you'd look what your building needs, and then you put those buy orders and you ask your citizens to help you or your guild or whoever to help you fill that buy orders so you can build the building. And when you build it, each building depends on what you build, has a few options. Some of them has two, four, or three. And you can see, like, for example, when you build it, you get apprentice animal husbandry, apprentice herbalism station, apprentice farming station, and agriculture supply vendor. This is what you get when you build agriculture supply. And then if you want to upgrade it, let's say provide access to journeyman herbalization station tools, like journeyman tools for herbalism. If you want to build this is the materials that you need, and this is the weekly cost that will be added additional to the weekly cost of agriculture supply building itself. So let's say you want to build a journeyman herbalism sickle. What you need is you need 1.2k bricks, 1.2k standard tools, 160 wine, 160 travel ration, and a support building which is vocational. What are the support buildings? For each upgrade that you want to do to journeyman, you need a support building. And the support buildings are, there is four type of support buildings. We have Trade Barrow, which is a civic. We have School of Construction, which is scholarly, and we have Memorial Site, which is cultural, and then we have Farm. Also factory as well. We have five, sorry. So depends on what building you're building, you need to see what support building they need. So for example, for agricultural and for journeyman sickles, we needed vocational, which is a farm. So not only you need to build the agricultural supply, you need to build a farm for it as well to upgrade the sickle to journeyman. For any station is like that. Let's say, for example, we go to wood shop. Imagine we build a wood shop in our node. This is the materials that you need for it. So you put the buy order for scroll, basic furniture, all that. And this is the buildings you get with it when you build one. So let's say you want a lumber milling journeyman. You need bricks, standard. Most of the all the buildings almost need bricks and standard tools to start with, and then two unique stuff. Then it says sturdy furniture and building resources. So you need those two, and then you need a fabrication with it, which is a factory. So you need to build this, and then if you want to upgrade your lumber milling to journeyman, you need to build a factory with it as well. So fabrication is factory, and if you say select building, for factory, you need 50 gold, you need this much materials, and when you select build, your node citizens need to contribute these materials as well. For each building, they need to contribute some materials while it's being placed to so the building can finish. And each of these support buildings, like farm, factory, memorial site, trade barrow, everything gives the zone or the node a specific buff. For example, trade barrow we have here that we have in Shorefoot, it gives caravans movement speed buff. So your caravans will move faster when they are in the node zone in Shorefoot. Or let's say school. If you build school, you can see here, the School of Construction is a passive service building that provides reduction to building construction and maintenance cost. So the resources that you need to build something and maintain them over the time, it will be reduced. And also all the players in the zone of Shorefoot will get crafting bonus. If you are not a citizen, you will get 100% crafting buff. If you are a citizen, it will be 150% crafting buff. So it would be nice to like craft this, like build this, and then in your zone or in your city would, like for example here we have agriculture supply, then we would match it up with, like, let's say jewelry, jewel crafting, journeyman jewel crafting. So people when they craft here, not only it's good to level up here, but it's also good to have a crafting station with your school. Memorial site, it gives you more bonuses, like I think we have one in our neighboring node, which is Windansea. So this one gives you reduce XP death, and also there is a prayer to it, like a lady prayer. When you go interact with it, it gives you also XP buff and everything like that. So you can just basically read on them. By the way, this building access, if you're in a node that has empty plot, you can just press N and go to this and look everything for yourself so you can understand it. And then we have farm and factory. Farm is basically mostly is for, like, if it's a support building, it gives you passive income of node resources. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know exactly which ones, but I'm sure that it gives you beer and like preserved food. It passively every a few hours or something, it will produce like for example one or two beer and stuff like that. Same goes for the factory. Factory buff will gives you resources for, like, let's say standard tools, bricks. It will passively make this buy orders for you. So it's every service building that I said has a unique buff to it. And then what else? That's the building, and for every single building that you want to build and every upgrade that you need to do, you need a service building for them. So like for example, if you build smithy and you want to upgrade any of the weapon smithing, armor smithing, or metalworking, you need their unique buy orders and you need their unique service building. So when you see in a node that they have, for example, they build a trade barrel and a memorial site, and they have cookhouse and farming. So they, if they want to upgrade their farming, they needed let's say for example a memorial site. If they needed a trade barrel for that, for any of those upgrades, let's check, because I don't have them all memorized. It's too many. Let's say they build a cookhouse, and for chef works, this is the upgrade that you get, journeyman cooking station, which gives you, you need a cultural, which is the civic. If you want to make a hunting supply, which is the journeyman hunting station to make the bow, you need to make a farm as a support building. If you want to upgrade the fishing station, which is gives you journeyman fishing tools, you need to again build a farm. So two of them are farm, and the actual cookhouse, journeyman cookhouse, is the cultural. So that's why they made the memorial site. And then diplomacy, this is where you can declare war. Just choose the node, declare war. And if I'm not mistaken, you need to, I haven't declared war on anyone, but I think you need to make preparation for it to like put war stuff, war materials. Like you need to have these materials up so you can deck other nodes. And then we have commissions. This is this one that says in progress. It means the active commissions. And let's say you want to put the great bounty, and each commission needs 5 gold, as you can see here, 5 gold, and you have certain amount of slots that you can put commissions up. I think when the node goes to level 4, we will have 2 more. When it goes to 5, we will have more slots. And when you click on, for example, a commission, let's say here that you put this, the call of giant crabs. So here, what you will see, what this commission gives. If you go over here, it says it gives crafting XP 100, processing XP 100, gathering XP 100. And or the great bounty, this one gives processing time reduction, processing XP, and processing rarity. So you can see the nodes, the buffs that you can put up. And every day this list will be refreshed and you will have new buy orders, and you can choose between which one you want to put up for the citizens to do. And then we have the last page, which is relic. If your node has a relic, you can have it here, and then you can activate it to get the passive from it. Some of them gives you DPS, some of them unlock new recipes. Each of them have new, like some of them has passive and active buffs. That's pretty much about everything about mayoral stuff. And yeah, also here you can see industrial goods in this page. You can see how much of the resources you have right now besides this. So that's another way to see what materials your node had. If you have any questions, if I missed something or said something wrong, I'm sorry. But if you have questions, you can ask me and I will be happy to answer. Good luck.